Hello, Toons of the Tooniverse, it's the Cheshire Cat here, and today this is the second episode of Mario Sunshine, which is pretty awesome. And I think I really like this game. Okay, I knew I liked this game before. So, yesterday I was watching a bunch of speedruns of, like, the fastest guy in the world, like, who does the Super Mario speedruns. And now, I've never considered being a speedrunner, and I don't think I want to. But then I got into watching random people Let's Play, where I found this guy with about 3 million views, who compared to the other guy just couldn't play at all. Like, he couldn't really play at all compared to me either. Which made me think about, like, being a girl gamer and, like, what that kind of entails, because I've been a gamer all my life. My brother handed me a N64 controller, I think, because I'm kind of young. Like, somewhere around when I was, like, 2, because I had just been able to, I started being able to see. And that was pretty cool. Like, maybe I was almost 3 at the time. Like, I was, you know, I wasn't too small, but I wasn't too big either. So, yeah, I thought I would talk about, you know, how being a girl gamer is. Like, especially when I see other girl gamers, I just, like, kind of anticipate that they're going to be worse than me at video games, which is kind of, like, really bad. Like, that's terrible. But I do know from my experiences as an adult and my rational thinking here is that it doesn't matter male or female, you can be really bad at games and you can be really good at games. Like me and my cousin, she is super good at rhythm games. That's like her thing. If she ever went to Japan or something, she would just wreck me all the time because I have no rhythm at all. I have no sense of music, but she is great at it. As for like fighting and racing games, yeah, she has no there's no comparison there. And as for RPGs, I think we're pretty close to the same level, which is really cool. I would even argue that she's better than me a little bit, you know, like, I think I have a little bit more strategy on my shoulder, but as for, like, actually playing the core game, we definitely are on the same level, and that's just because I'm slightly older and played more RPGs than her, so, I mean, whatever. But I have to say, there's been plenty of times where I've gone to, like, conventions and stuff, and just been, like, completely ignored. I remember when I was 7, I actually won a Double Dash competition, and I didn't really notice, like, that I was, like, one of the only girls there or anything, because I was with my brothers and stuff, and it didn't really matter. And I entered, like, the younger kids section, so, yeah, there was only boys, but I still kicked their butt. It was great. One of the best stories I have is actually from the convention just a couple when I was with my buddy Leo Meow Man McStubbles. We were, he was dressed up as Naruto at the convention, and for some reason, I was dressed up as Totoro, and the outfit just didn't really, like, the pants to the outfit didn't fit me. The shirt did, but the pants didn't, which really sucked, so I didn't really have the complete outfit, but he needed an outfit to wear for cosplaying, so I was like, alright, you can wear my Naruto costume, which is fine, because, you know, whatever. And he's a huge weeb. Like, he knows lots and lots of animes I can't even pronounce, you know, just animes at the wazoo. But his favorite animes are not, like, mainstream animes, where, for me, I'm a little bit the opposite. I like more mainstream animes, and, well, my thing of all things is Naruto. Like, I have Naruto posters, I have a Naruto tattoo, like, you know, I lived that. I lived 10 years of that or whatever, so, you know, it's kind of like when someone would ask him a question or something, he would just come over to me and ask me and then have the answer. I remember we were upstairs just looking around, and this group of, like, Akatsuki members came up, and they were asking us, like, like different questions and stuff, but they were, like, completely ignoring me. Even though Leo Meow Man McStubbles was telling them, like, hey, this isn't really my anime, I just look really cool as Naruto, and he does, because he has blonde hair and blue eyes. He looks great as Naruto, especially the younger one. He's like, yeah, my friend here, though, knows plenty about it. If you want to talk to her, she'll be great. And he was trying to, like, walk away because he didn't want any spoilers as I was trying to join the conversation, and they were just, like, kind of pushing me away from the conversation, which was kind of crappy, because there's plenty of people in the community who love anime. Like, I don't know, like, what these people's problem were with me, but it was weird. Like, I wasn't gonna be, like, sassy or rude or anything. I was just trying to join the conversation, and it wasn't working. So that's when we kind of branched off, like, after we were, like, gossiping about how stupid that was. And I went downstairs to, you know, test my ranks at Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, which I know was my first time playing Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Now, I love Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. I have maxed it out completely on my PlayStation. I played that game for, like, I think 2 years. Yeah, at least 2. and it was so good. Like, I just loved Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. And there's just a slight difference in Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. I'm pretty sure it's that there's a substitution bar, and they actually show you how many substitutions you have, which is kind of weird because I would just remember how many substitutions I had. So I had to reteach myself, like, don't forget how many substitutions you have just because there's a substitution bar. Because in mid-battle, you're going to hate it when you go to look up and you're already freaking dead. But I found, like, Killer B and some of the Akatsuki members downstairs, and I just basically watched them for an hour because I wasn't sure how it was going to play. And of course I knew that the buttons would be the same: extra jump, square to throw shurikens, and triangle. Wow, I didn't know what a triangle was for a second there. Okay. Wow, I'm so dumb. Okay, a triangle to, like, charge up your chakra, and you know, charge up your shurikens and stuff. And then you have O for just melee attacks, which is easy. And then R2 to block, L1 and L2 and R1 to use substitutions. I think it's one or the other. I think I used L1. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I stood there for about an hour, and no one really, like, asked me to play, and eventually everybody got beat by the Killer Bee guy, so we had, like, no one to fight, and I was like, alright, I'll sit down. So I just, instead of just asking or anything, I just kind of sat down, because at that point it was way past my turn, so, I mean, there was kind of like a line going on, what I thought, but okay. So I sat down, and of course, you know, the first round, he just absolutely destroys me. I think I decided for my first character, I was just going to play Naruto because that would be what was expected of a person. Like a typical player would play Naruto or Sasuke. Like, my nephew's super good at playing Sasuke. I'm super good at playing Naruto. Like, that's it was like, we're going to play where we go fight on the final battle scene, and we're just going to beat each other up for hours on end. That was our thing, right? So I just decided to start with that, and I didn't know how to play, so it was a good character to start with. Of course, I don't think any of his moves are even different, which is nice, because there could be some variations and I wouldn't know them, but I know the chances of Naruto's moves being different are like 0, because it's too early. I picked early game Naruto, so it's fine. So we're sitting down and we're playing, and he kicks my butt, right? So he's thinking he's gonna win the next round, which he almost did. Like, he almost did, but I'm playing Naruto. Like, as soon as I get warmed up, whatever character he plays, it's gonna be a lot harder for him to win with Naruto, because Naruto is he's got good long range attacks and short range attacks. And once you get into one of Naruto's combos, it can be kind of hard to get out, because you can just, like, do a couple cycles and you can do different moves. Like, you don't have to mash the same buttons, but it's not gonna be you know, there's only so much variety, and it's going to be a lot harder. So the third round comes around, and I do win. Like, I win pretty well. Like, I'm not, like, I didn't win with, like, a full life bar, but I didn't win with, like, a sliver, like a quarter of a life bar either, like I did last round. No, I actually won fair and square. And so, this means that the guy who had been beating every single person there to get up out of his chair and let someone else try. But no, he had to insist that he got to fight me another time. Which, I was finally warmed up, so, you know, how bad could it be? So he decides we're gonna pick random. So, alright, whatever. We get Toby versus Neji. Okay, I know some of you probably don't care at all about this, but I thought, you know, this would be a fine topic to talk about. Just about being a girl gamer, because it wasn't even that, like, the odds were against me now, or, you know, anything like that. It was that, like, I felt, like, kind of, like, disrespected as a player. Like, you needed to get, like, it was your turn to get up so that I could fight someone else. I beat you, and yeah, okay, you might have been underestimating my skills or something, but that's your dumb ass fault. Like, you're gonna have to wait in line, go all the way around, and then play me again, alright? Like, I'm just trying to see if I can even play in the tournament, because, like I said, there is slight differences between 2 and 3, which might be small, but if I'm not warmed up, I'm not warmed up. And it's not like I had played Ultimate Ninja Storm for 3,000 hours before I came. Like, it'd been out for so long. The third one finally came out. I was excited to play it this time. I ended up not going into the competition, spoiler alerts, because, like, there was like, I think my friends or something wanted to go get some food, or I was really hungry, and I just didn't want to sit there for like 4 or 5 hours missing some of the better parts of the convention, just so I could play an Ultimate Ninja Storm competition when I could just play online. Like, I could just play online and kick people's butt. I didn't need to prove anything to anybody, and there wasn't really even a good prize, so I decided, you know, whatever, I'm just gonna go. And I think that was the same year they're actually doing, like, this free Magic the Gathering tournament. We might have ended up doing that, which is really cool, because I got 4th place and won, like, 15 packs, which is really crazy. My brother got 3rd place, and his stack of packs were, like, 25 or so. It was crazy, like, super crazy. Like, that's a lot of packs. Like, he couldn't even, like, we couldn't even carry how many packs we had. Played this next round as Toby and Neji. Now, I can't really play Neji, so I'm glad that I got Toby, because I can play Toby. The thing is, though, is Toby has not really ranged attacks or short range attacks. He has, like, these weird middle attacks where, like, it's trapping, basically. Like, in Toontown turns, it's just trapping. So, like, if someone's, like, dashing at you, you want to, like set a trap so they get hit. That's logic in the Naruto world. Toby's really good at that. And Neji is really good at close combat, like, tight quarters, tight fighting. So if you get too close to him, you're kind of, like, you know, just like any other character, you're kind of, like, screwed. Like, there's a certain point in this combo where you're not going to get out if you don't have any substitutions or anything, which also doesn't play in my favor. So I could say that I easily lost. Like, I did do an impressive job playing Toby, but there was no real competition there with our character selection. It's like, if he would have got Deidre, and I were to get, like, any character in the game, I would have just lost. Like, unless he didn't know how to play Deidre, which would have been really stupid. Sorry, Deidara. I don't know how they say it in the anime. I just always call them Deidre, because that's how it's spelled, but, alright. But I've had times like that where, like, I was at a couple parties, and like, my friends know that I'm super good at video games. Like, they know I play a lot of video games, so they don't think that I'm, like, the best, like, the goddess of all video games. But they know that I'm not, like, a fucking scrub, right? So, I remember, one of my friends' girlfriends was asking me, like, why do they let you play video games with them? Like, they never let me play video games with them. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe because they don't really see me as a girl anymore. It's kind of like, they kind of just stopped. I'm just with them, you know? I'm just the other guy in the group, you know, like, it doesn't really matter to them. But, I was at the party, and we were playing, Soul Calibur 5, which is, like, one of the games my brother really liked, and any game my brother liked, I always got really good at, because I wanted to kick his butt, and he's, like, 12 years older than me, so he has, like, way more experience. Like, the chance of him kicking my butt at any game is high, and, like, I always wanted to beat him just once or something. Like, I was just so, like, hyped for that, you know? And, I played against my friend, quite a few times, and, you know, he was not gifted in the Soul Calibur region, which is just fine. You know, you don't have to be, you don't have to be good at that game. But then he left after a little while because, you know, he went to go get some more beer, go to the bathroom, or make out with his girlfriend or something, and I decided, hey, I'll just keep playing. So this guy sits down, and, okay, I kicked his butt, but he was, like, really butthurt about it. Like, super butthurt. Okay, that's a really bad example. Man, sorry. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm just coughing up a storm. Alright. Ultimate Ninja Storm, coughing up a storm. I'm probably gonna leave that last story out, but I've always felt some sort of, like tension. I got a good one. This is the story I was gonna actually tell you guys, which you won't even hear the other one, so it doesn't matter. But there was this time in my neighborhood where someone decided to just set up a TV outside, and it was, like, really strange for us. Like, there was a lot of, like Eastern Isles kids, Samoans, stuff, who lived in my neighborhood, and we'd always play football and stuff, but we never played video games, and no one was allowed over at my house to play video games. So someone decided, let's just set the TV up outside, which just blew my mind, because I live in a place where setting things up outside would just be weird. Like, it would get eaten by bugs, and, in the winter, it would get eaten by cold, like, so why would you set anything outside? But it was just for one day, you know? And, so we had some chairs out there, and they decided, hey, why don't you bring your game system over here, and then we can all play, because we can't go into your house and play. So I'm like, okay. So, we're all playing outside or whatever, like good kids. And, we're playing Double Dash, and that's the thing, like, as a kid, I was really, really good at Double Dash. Like, I'm pretty good at, like, Mario for the Wii's too, but, or the Wii, because what's that last Wii? What was that? The last game was, the last console was the Wii, right? That's the joke that we're telling now? But, oh my god, I was owning people who were, like, twice my age, 3 times my age, people who spent all their life playing video games, and they're just sitting there like, what is this? What is this madness? I remember they beat me one time and tried to lecture me on how to play, and I was just sitting there like, hey, I kind of want to punch you right now, but we're just going to keep playing, of course, you know. You won one time, so that gives you the right to lecture me. It was like, wow. Man, so many good times. Which makes me think, like, obviously my two, like, some of my top games are made by both Nintendo and of course Disney Interactive, sadly, because Toontown. And wouldn't it be like the coolest thing ever if Toontown was bought by Nintendo? Like, just way out of the water, I know, but who specializes in making the best fantasy games out there? Not like there's games in Toontown that are based off of Nintendo stuff, because that is how awesome. I'm looking at you, Racing. How awesome, how just mind-blowingly awesome Nintendo games are. Like, you have a PlayStation, you have an Xbox, you have a PC maybe because you're Master Race, but you always have to have a Nintendo console, because that is how crazy Nintendo is. Like, yeah, people just don't want to develop for it because it's always got crazy controls or whatever, or new mechanics, but everybody loves Nintendo, alright? Like, alright, there's some things that Nintendo has done in the recent years that are kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to shoot myself, but overall, we all like Nintendo, right? So, wouldn't it be, like, the coolest thing ever if we got Toontown 2.2 for the, like, next game console or the Switch or something? I mean, that would be so crazy. Like, we would be so mind-blown by what Nintendo could do with Toontown, we wouldn't even be able to talk, because there's, like, so much cool stuff that Nintendo's already done, and with a game that's so fantasy and creative, that, like, it could go for miles on end. Like, yeah, the chances of that happening are pretty dang low, but that would be so cool. Like, I don't know, you have to, like, comment in the comments what you think would happen, because I can't even, like, imagine. Just thinking of the graphics makes me want to die, okay? It makes me want to just, like, explode. Like, I just want to, like, just blood everywhere, okay? Like, this is no joke. Like, look at this game I'm playing right now. Can you imagine this being, like, Toontown, even with this, like, older-esque feel? Like, it's like Toontown, you know? It's got that, you know, it's made in the 2002. Obviously, it's gonna have, you know, 2002-esque vibes like Toontown. So why not? Like, why? Like, it would be so cool. Like, look at this water. Look at this building tiles. Like, they did so much good work with this. They could do so much good work with Toontown, especially in the modern age. Like, could you imagine some sort of, like, Breath of the Wild? Okay, that's really out there. That's stretching crazy. Like, I don't even think I can imagine it. That would be so cool. Of Toontown. Like, this is just all metaphorical. Don't hate me for wanting to imagine. Okay, even with the clickbaity titles, it was a good idea. All right. Plus, I don't know. Like, oh my god. All right, I'll stop fangirling, because that idea is never gonna happen. Although I would love it to, it never will. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I don't know how long this video is actually going to run on, so I don't know what I should talk about necessarily, especially because I cut out a bunch of stuff and I don't, like, really know. So, like, I think this is what you guys should expect from this series, though, like, as a whole, for Mario. Like, me basically talking over it, just, you know, about either Toontown or something related to my channel. Like, maybe I'll branch off. Like, I found a PlayStation 3 emulator, and I'm trying to get myself not to just, like, binge play Ultimate Ninja Storm on there. By the way, I haven't played 4 yet. I have the whole collection except for 4, which is pretty crazy. I even have the trophy for it, for having all the games, which is great, and fantastic. And I really want to play 4, and I'm watching Boruto now, no spoilers. It's definitely more towards kids, which I'm very excited to watch with my godson, as he loves Naruto too. I remember the other day he got in trouble because, like, Naruto is a lot darker, like, than, like, especially Boruto, but it's pretty dark for a kid, like, darker than a lot of the shows that you're gonna, like, I watched Pokemon and stuff as a kid, and that was fine, but Boruto was, like, crazy. Oh, by the way, I've reached the next level of nerdiness. I just wanted to tell you guys that. I have an inhaler now, because I'm sick, and they wanted to clear up some of the stuff in my throat. Like, I guess I have, like, some, like, tightness in my lungs or something. They wanted to just, like, kind of loosen up or whatever. This doesn't sound sexual at all. Okay. But, yeah, so I've watched the next Pico nerd by having an inhaler. I think I'm getting really better, though. Like, I feel like I'm getting better already. Like, it's only been a day since I've gone to the doctor, and I already feel like I'm doing 100%. Alright, well, I don't know if that actually covers all the Mario that I'm gonna have. I don't even know if this is way too long, but either way, I'm gonna cut it around it. And, I just hope you guys have a wow, I just covered my mouth. Okay. That was really stupid. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!